everybody? Steve Pulaski back with another video review, this time of Going in Style, the remake of the 1979 Martin Brest comedy. I like to talk about Martin Brest whenever I get the opportunity to. Hugely underrated director who probably directed some of your favorite comedies, Beverly Hills Cop, Midnight Run. He's a great director, like I said. Hasn't made a movie in years, but and I doubt many people even know that this particular film is a remake, but so be it. If they see it, they're seeing a good movie. That's the bottom line. Going in Style stars Alan Arkin, Michael Caine, and Morgan Freeman, three old geezers who get robbed out of their pension after working at a steel company for 30 years. The steel company is now moving overseas to Vietnam, I believe, and now their pensions are being used to pay off for all the utilities on the closing factory, the closing American factory. So they get robbed out of their pension. They're aggravated. The film opens, though, with Michael Caine. His house is almost about to enter foreclosure, and he's at a bank right now arguing with one of the reps and one of the tellers, and then the bank winds up getting robbed by three masked men donning machine guns. So he gets this crazy idea in his head. He's like, let's rob the bank, and just take the money that we were owed for our pension, not a penny more, which is different from the original. The original, it had no underlying element trying to get back at the banks. It starred Lee Strasberg, I believe, George Burns, and Art Carney. They just robbed the bank because they were getting old. They wanted money, and they thought, hey, if we get caught, we get free room and board, better health care than we get in America anyway. So the film, though, revolves around these three guys who try to hatch this plan. These three elderly guys are trying to combat their own age to pull off this heist. Funny movie, again, a lot of predictable ageist humor, but not terrible. What I liked about this one, a little bit more than I like the original, there's an element of this new remake that I like more than the original, is that they show the inner workings of this heist. I mean, back in 1979, it was probably easier to rob a bank than it is in 2017, but the original didn't really go into much to the inner workings of the robbery. It kind of just left that alone and, made it very simplified. This film cycles back, shows their alibi and everything, and goes through the inner workings using cross-cutting. Director Zach Braff uses a lot of different techniques here. The film was written by Theodore Melfi, too, who directed Hidden Figures and St. Vincent. He does a good job, too, at, steering away from the ageist humor at all times. I mean, there's a couple scenes, geezers smoking weed. Oh, yeah, that's hilarious. You know what I mean? We haven't seen that before. But he tries to keep it as centered on teamwork and friendship and unspeakable friendship bonds as he possibly can, and I think he does a mostly successful job. I think Going in Style is very funny. I think it's very amusing. I don't think it's anything great. I don't think it's anything to write home about, but I think it also appeals to a demographic that doesn't get a lot of movies catered to them, at least in American cinema. I give Going in Style a solid 3 out of 4 stars. AB on Influx Magazine. I'm Steve Pulaski. You can get all my reviews on my website, stevethemovieman.proboards.com, and on Influx Magazine. Click the link below to read my review of Going in Style, my full review. I have some more thoughts to share in a written form. Thank you guys for watching and for subscribing. I'll talk to you later. Bye.